How do you feel about, you're on social media. You're just feeling very creative and you're like, damn, I just want to see how everyone else is doing. Kind of through osmosis.
Okay.
Also become creative. Osmosis is a science word. Look it up. So
No,
how would
what
you
is
feel?
it? What if they don't know?
It's like you're kind of like pulling from people's creativity to motivate you to be creative.
Okay. Like inspiring you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you open your social media and every single post is a follow for follow.
Follow for follow.
Yeah. So everyone's posting like, hey, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. And it's every single post.
Whew. I don't love that. But you know what's funny? I just brought this up yesterday to my fiance.
Yeah.
That I remember when Tana Mojo was first coming up in the very, very beginning.
Yeah, you were there.
I remember seeing her comments in other people's videos being like, follow for follow, guys. If you guys follow me, I'll follow you back. So I think it could work.
Yeah.
But the thing that I don't love about it is that you're not really engaging with these people, though. You're really just using them as like a stepping stone, which I mean, it's very social media, influencer.
Makes me really sad because the point of gaining followers should be because your content is engaging.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many people do the follow for follow and then they get upset when people don't follow them back. So then they go on an unfollowing spree.
Oh my God.
And it's just kind of like
I used to hate on Twitter so long ago when people would post, I'm gonna do an unfollowing spree like this or else I'm unfollowing you. I would have just been like, all right, bye. And then sometimes they didn't unfollow me, even if
But the point of social media is to be caught up with it, to be caught up with whoever you followed. Mm-hmm. I don't know. To me, it's just become a little too much. But we used to be part of that. We used to do follow for follow when we first started.
We still sometimes do.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that that's not every single post, though. Like, I think it's okay, but what else do you post besides follow for follow?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like now social media has just become like, that's where I'm going to post and that's pretty much it. Like engaging, I do want to do that. But I feel like it's hard to find community because there's so many diverse people in the book community.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Follow for follow.
If you follow us, we'll follow you back.
Not saying we wouldn't,
Yeah.
We're still at that point where I don't know how to say it. People that comment on our videos, it kind of feels like they're an old friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So when they comment, I'm just like, damn. So true. And we usually write back to all the comments.
Yeah, and obviously like I can recognize people's usernames, handles, whatever. So I don't know. It does make me sad though that some people will just post follow for follow or with the reader follow party.
Yeah.
But they don't actually engage. But I mean, we're kind of like that too when we were doing the reader follow party on TikTok. Sometimes we don't really engage with them, but that was because we were going through a cleanse, if you will, a social media cleanse.
I remember that.
So Cheli and I, we go through phases where we just like don't want to partake in social media, but then sometimes we do.
It's funny because like at the end of the day, like when we don't film, we're both just like working adults. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, it's kind of hard. I don't know. It's a lot.
But it's definitely interesting though.
I miss social media too.
Yeah, I miss it.
I thought we had bangers when we were posting.
But I mean, it's always the ones that you least expect.
I know.
That people
the ones
prefer.
that you weren't really going to post and you're like, oh, might as well.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It's funny because I was looking through my drafts and a lot of the things that I have saved, my hair is in different states. Like I have long
Dude,
I have no hair.
Yeah. We are that meme.
Which one?
The one where it's two stick figures and one of them, every single like second they change their hair looks different, and then the second person their hair looks exactly the same except maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter. That's literally us.
It's so funny because I don't know, It's just fun to cut. I was actually going to cut baby bangs the other day, but I was like, I'm going to wait till it's longer because it looks cuter when it's longer.
Dude, I miss your baby bangs.
I do too.
I feel like you always slay the baby bang era.
Thank you. It's funny because every time I have them, my sister's like, I just don't get it. And I'm like, just tell me you hate me. I run to my room. I slam the door.
It's like, well, you know what? Just tell me you don't love me then.
But, I'm feeling kind of nostalgic. And I think it would be nice to pack our bags and visit an old friend.
Do you notice the shirt that I'm wearing? Do you know why I wore it?
Why?
Because Ghostface is like the epitome of it's always the fucking boyfriend.
Oh, that's so damn.
I really thought this through, honestly. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Red.
Red blood.
I miss some of the old authors that we used to read. And I feel like I just wanna feel again.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We all want to feel something.
So let me put you in a scenario.
Okay. My eyes are closed.
You're going on a date. And you're like, damn, this is so exciting. I've had so many failed dates. This is gonna go well. Okay. So you meet with this guy. And this man not only looks 10 years older than his fucking Hinge profile picture, but he also doesn't even look like the man that was on that profile picture.
Okay. A little distorted then.
Okay,
question though. Question. Is he still hot?
No.
Oh.
No.
Does he have a hot brother?
No, but hot people in the vicinity. You're walking home away from that date. This man is trying to be like, babe, give me a second chance. And a hot man just swoops in with a vine.
Oh, okay. Very jungle.
Don't touch her.
Jungle.
Don't touch her. And all of a sudden, you feel like you found the one.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just had a moment. I'll explain after you finish.
Okay. Do you feel like a story about chasing love can save your life?
Online, specifically.
Thank you. Do you feel like that can save your life?
Yes. I think it can fix my life.
Oh my God, you're right. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
What did I remind you of? What did I trigger?
Okay, so we are going to be discussing The Boyfriend by Freida McFadden. And you just triggered something because I filmed a reading vlog, one for Patreon, one for YouTube. I don't remember which one, but I literally had a moment where I think I said the exact same thing that you said, that he said. But he didn't actually say that. He said, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah. Dude, we're just so alike.
I was like, well, we said the same wrong thing.
I fucking love that shit. You know what I also love?
What?
That when we talk about these books, we are going to spoil the fuck out of this book.
Yes.
Inside out, front cover, back cover, in between the lines. When you put it in black light, everything.
Yeah.
And we're also just going to just add a little bit of us in there too.
Yeah, a little bit of love.
Yeah. You figure out what didn't happen in the book. Spoiler alert, he didn't come with a vine. He didn't swoop in.
He might as well have, though.
Yeah. But we are going to be talking about The Boyfriend by our dear friend.
She's not our friend.
By Freida McFadden. We've read so many of her books. Mm-hmm. I think this is our
Cue the montage.
I know. I think this is our fifth.
Maybe. We Did Never Lie. The Housemaid series. The Teacher.
That's 5.
So this is the 6th one.
Oh my God. I feel like we've done more. It feels like we have.
No.
Why did we keep coming back? What keeps us wanting more?
I think it's such an easy read, honestly.
It is an easy read.
We both flew through this within like a day.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever get tired?
No.
Do you think the Freida McFadden will end?
I don't think so. Well, but who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? When did this book come out?
This book came out, I believe, October 1st.
So it's been a few days. A week, 2 weeks. What day is it? It's been a while since this has been out. But why don't we start talking about it?
Okay, so this book is broken up into 2 different perspectives. Tom's, which is the before, and the present is Sydney's. So
can I say something?
Go ahead.
Just off the beginning. It's just a little interesting that Freida's new book has a past and a present time, when Jenna Moquin's book also had a past and a present time. I don't know. Do you think they like vibed together? Do you think they said, okay, bestie, let's challenge ourselves, past and present?
I don't think that's like a new thing, though.
I know, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of struck me.
Oh, okay. You just really noticed it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
I didn't even think about that.
I hope they're besties. Okay, go ahead.
What I thought with Jenna Moquin. Who's Jenna Moquin?
Oh, Jenna Moquin is the author of The Cemetery Spot, which we also spoke about. And I think that's one of our newly funniest episodes.
Yeah.
Newest, funniest episodes.
That one was really fun. So what I wanted to bring up was Freida McFadden with her characters. I don't think they're ever written to be likable, or trustworthy.
I don't know. I kind of liked I did it.
Okay.
I had a few that I would die for and a few that would kill me.
Yeah, well, definitely. But even I remember when we reread Never Lie, the psychiatrist character was so off-putting, very aggressive. So starting this book with Tom's perspective, I was like, ugh, he's not very likable, but we don't really know what that means.
I was so worried the entire time because there's this one line at the very, the first chapter, I think, where Tom's talking about this girl he fell in love with when she was 4.
Daisy.
And I was like, bitch, please also be 4. Please also be 4. This is actually going to change everything if you're not. So I was worried the entire time because it never really specified until it was like, oh yeah. And then we went to the same school and I was like, doing what? What were you doing?
Yeah. No, they're both the same age.
Okay, good.
Same grade.
So he's really obsessed with this girl. And when they were both 4, he was already like, I'm going to marry this girl. But he was also kind of a creep.
Yeah. Tom's a creep.
What of it?
That's just his character.
I know, but if I was into a guy and he was just telling me babe, I just really like it when your pulse goes over 120. Because I can just see the way it moves in your neck. I'd be like, okay, I'm moving.
He's super into the whole carotid arteries, veins, how much blood is in a person.
Damn.
How much blood can come out of a person.
4 pints, really?
Interesting.
I feel like I can down 4 pints of milk. So, wait, the pint's the long one, right? I can still do it. I can still do it.
Oh my God. You're like, that don't seem right. But it is.
That's fucking crazy. But he saw her as so delicate, but then was also like, I just want to fucking kill her. Is this normal? Is this what they call puberty?
I thought it was so interesting when he revealed to us that he was scared that, if he got too close, that she would allow it to happen. She would allow him to kiss her. She would allow for them to be alone together, because if they were alone together, then he would wrap his hands around her neck.
And babe, I can't stop the monster in me.
Oh my God.
Wait, are we going to talk about his story first, since it was the past?
We don't have to. We can go back and forth. Well, I mean, what do you think?
I think we should just talk about him.
Okay.
Because he was something else, wasn't he?
But I feel like it's very interesting how the past and the present were starting to parallel with one another within 1/3 of the book or so.
And near the end, the past caught up with the present.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool. But with our character, he is a high school student now. He's 16, Tom. And he's best friends with this dude named Slug, who got his name because this boy be eating bugs.
It was disgusting.
It's a kid. I could see a child doing it, but he continued, didn't he?
I think
into teenage years.
I don't think he ate bugs as a teenager, but I think he was chill with the idea. He was like, well, what's so weird about eating a cockroach?
Everything Slug.
He's like, do you know how much protein is in a...
I need you to stop. That
was Slug. That was literally Slug.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
Slug
but they were besties.
Slug was a good friend, though. He was such a good friend. Love that guy. I never doubted Slug. I'm kidding. I was like, that slug bitch.
I don't know. Something about a man eating a worm. He really gets me.
Yeah.
So he is...
Can do no wrong.
He is Tom's best friend. Mm-hmm. And it's so
His
funny.
only friend.
It's so funny because Tom's over here like, when he describes himself, I'm just like tall and handsome, really beautiful, perfect eyes. I get compared to Justin Timberlake. I don't know. And my ugly ass friend Slug, looking like a broomstick type slug, wind too tough, slug flew away type slug. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong?
That was literally how he was described. Yeah. I thought it was so fucking funny. He was like, yeah, me and the broomstick over here.
Oh, me and Slug get in a fight, you're gone. Just blow him away. Mm-hmm. That's so fucked up. But
they were friends, though.
But they were friends.
They're
and
besties.
Slug is over here looking at Tom, just staring at Daisy. And it's like, damn, you really like her. I mean, she likes you too. Obviously, everybody knows that you guys are going to end up together. So just go like talk to her, but also tell her friend Allison that I'm down. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because Tom's like, okay, but I knew that ugly bitch would never have a chance with Allison.
He's like, damn, couldn't he have liked someone else?
And he would even think things like he has more of a chance with a model than with Allison. And I'm like, bitch.
Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah, bitch, what's wrong with you? That's your friend. That's your fuck eating friend.
Oh, so you were a fan of Slug.
Yeah, I will say. Okay. Something about a man eating bugs. I don't know. Oh. It made him very real to me.
Okay, so to any man that eats bugs who happens to be listening to this.
Someone mid-cockroach. Someone mid-cockroach is like,
my turn.
I know. I fucking hate it. So Tom is like, you know what, Slug? Put that cockroach down. You're right. I'm gonna go talk to my girl. Daisy.
I thought it was so fucking funny. This moment of when he was like, can I like carry your bag? He was like, damn, what the fuck does she have?
Okay, can I say I listened to the audiobook for this. Mm-hmm. I don't think this was my favorite audiobook.
Okay.
But I think he did a really good job, the voice actor for the audiobook, at making me cringe. Because he did a really good job of, Daisy, can I maybe, I don't know, carry your backpack? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
He's a high schooler.
I hated it. And he's like, I don't know, Daisy, can I walk you home? Can we hold hands? Mm-hmm. Maybe. I fucking hated that shit. I did not eat that up. Oh. I spit it back out.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're meant to eat it up. They're high schoolers.
I don't know.
It felt very high school, though.
It did feel very high school, but Daisy just was too, like, of an airhead.
Yeah. What's wrong with being an airhead?
I don't know.
I thought it was so funny, though, because he was, like, regretting offering to carry the backpack, and he was like, damn, she lives far, too.
He felt super, self-aware for a high school student, though, right?
Self-aware? What do you mean?
Like, he was very aware of, like, if I ask this, it'll make me look wrong. Well, I never asked this again. Well, I'm never going to eat with the parents. It felt like he was hiding something bigger. So when this other character named Brandy started to get talked about.
Wait, before you bring up Brandy's character,
hold on to her.
I do want to bring up that I just love, one thing that I love in these types of books is when they're like, but she'll never find out the truth.
The monster inside.
Yeah, but it's very short, very creepy, one line. And it's like, oh, shit, Tom, what the fuck did you do?
I know.
And so when eventually Tom and Daisy have their first kiss together, Daisy's super excited. She's just like, I'm so glad that you were my first kiss. And he was like, yeah, I'm so glad you're my first kiss too. But
fuck.
But she'll never know because the only person who could tell her the truth isn't alive to tell it.
And it's like, bitch, okay, wait, Tom? It's me now.
Can I call you Tom?
Yeah, can I call you Tom? Tommy? Tomas? What the fuck? You're a teenager. Mm. The strangest thing in your life right now should be that your best friend eats bugs. And so far, that's like only in the top 3. So what the fuck?
Tom is just, you know.
Can I ask you?
Yeah. Ask me.
I ask you?
Ask me.
Did you already know
what?
Who killed Brandy?
No, of course
not. Or were
not.
you like eating this shit up two brain cells.
I was like,
okay, it's Tom.
I was like, I don't give a fuck who killed Brent. No, I do care. But I was like, this good. I thought it was Slug. My first get. Sorry, Slug. For all the Slug apologists out there. I'm so sorry. I really thought, okay, there were so many predictions that I had, but one of my earlier predictions was that Slug was just really obsessed with his best friend. That was my earlier prediction.
You thought he was... Did you think they were...
No. I just thought that he just wanted him...
I just want someone to see me eat cockroaches for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You know, you're taking my best friend away kind of
Tom, and he's like down on one knee, a cockroach. Will you eat this bug with me?
What about you?
I thought it was Tom.
You thought it was Tom?
I was like, this bitch is disgusting. Yeah. I don't trust him. From day one, I thought this man was 30 and she was 4, so I was really fucking scared.
You always mess up the ages, though.
I know I do. But I just didn't trust him. I didn't like the way he thought. He didn't think like a high schooler. He was very obsessed with how people viewed him. But I guess it kind of makes sense because he also had a lot of domestic abuse happening at home.
Yeah, which there wasn't a trigger warning for that.
No. How do you feel about that? That there was no trigger warning.
I was kind of upset, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel like that's something that does kind of get to me. So, yeah, his dad was abusive to his mom and didn't really target Tom, but there was instances when Tom would try to intervene, and then that's when it was kind of like on him too, but not as bad as the mom.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to say details, but trigger warning if you read the book.
So, Brandy is a girl that Tom used to tutor. And even though Tom was like obsessed with Daisy, there was a moment where him and Brandy kissed and he was like kind of down.
He was into it.
Yeah. So that was kind of the end of that. But then she went missing. And we're led to believe that Tom had something to do with this because every time he thinks about it, he's like, don't let the monster out. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay. And so you really believe that it's him. And even when he talks to the police, he's really bad at talking to the police.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know why you're here, son? Because I killed someone. I mean,
no, he didn't say that.
No, but he might as well have said that.
It was more like, well, I mean, I've heard that you guys found a body. Is that why you're...
body?
That's why I'm here?
Oh, I fucking hated that shit. He was so bad under pressure, and I'm just like, bitch. For someone who overthinks things, you don't really... think over anything.
He is a high schooler. I don't think I would be that good either.
I know.
I'd be like, fuck, I don't know.
He kind of reminds me of Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye.
Oh.
Gross, right?
That's disgusting.
No, but you remember how that character was very much like, fuck, I like hate people, but I would never tell them to their face.
Yeah.
That's Tom.
Okay.
That's Tom to a T. I did not care for him. I was rooting for his downfall. I was rooting for it to catch up to him. And I was like, bitch, it's going to. Because
that is so funny. Okay, keep going.
Because he had a moment where he had enough of his dad.
His mom wasn't in town.
And the dad was being horrible. And then the dad started to say inappropriate remarks about Daisy. By this time, him and Daisy had started dating. But it was a very innocent, like, all they did was kiss and hold hands. But he started making inappropriate remarks about Daisy, and Tom was like, fist clenched, you better shut up about my girlfriend or I'll... And then he gets a knife and fucking... I mean, I'll spare you the details, but that man's gone. That's fucking wild.
That was wild. But you know what? There was a scene before this moment when he witnessed his mom. How do I say it? No, he witnessed his mom have bruises on her.
Yeah.
And he was with Slug, and then they go to Tom's room, and Tom is like, damn, I just really want to kill him. And Slug was like, well, that would be fine because he's a bad person. Like, it's totally chill.
No, it's fine. He's eating crickets. It's fine.
I feel like Freida did such a good job with me thinking it could literally be fucking anyone who would be the serial killer.
Yes. So after he unalives his dad, he doesn't know what to do, so he calls his best friend Slug, and he's like, you need to come over, something happened. And Slug comes, sees the body, and then is like, okay, we got to get rid of it, right? That's why you called me? Slug, I can kiss you right now. And he's like, save it for later. And they wrap this bitch, his dad,
in the rug,
and then they start taking him to the truck. Pause for a bit. We didn't talk much about her, but Daisy has this best friend named Allison.
Mm-hmm. The one that Slug wanted to get with.
Yes.
Tom was like, yeah, good luck with that.
And who hates Tom and Daisy being together. She absolutely hates it and tries to get them to break up. And she even threatens Tom because it's like, I saw you kissing Brandy. So break up with my girl and your secret's safe with me. And
the police have been searching high and low for this mystery guy that Brandy was secretly seeing.
Yes.
And I thought it was so funny when the chief of police, which was Daisy's dad, was asking Tom about it. He was like, well, you tutored her. Isn't there anything that she mentioned to you?
No.
And Tom was like, no, I mean, she missed a lot of the sessions and I'm just a loser. Why would she tell me?
And the officer was like, yeah, you're right. No,
Loser.
You're right. So while they're getting rid of the body, Allison's actually walking her dog at this time and sees both of them.
Yeah.
And my God, they're so obvious.
Yeah.
They're so obvious. So they get rid of the body, and all of a sudden, the next school day, which I think is in a few days.
Hold on.
Oh.
I did find it interesting, though, that after they buried Tom's dad, Slug was very chill about it. Like, he was so happy. Like he's done this shit before. Because he was like, make sure you steam your clothes.
Yeah.
Clean everything really well. He's like, I wish I could help you clean, but I have to go home.
Why do you think he was like that?
Because he was a good friend.
That's what I think, too. I think he just loved his bro.
I think so, too.
You watched me eat bugs and never batted an eye. But society
thinks I'm crazy.
I think he just really loved his friend.
I think so too. That's why I was like, maybe he's a little obsessed with him.
Okay.
Wee.
I don't know. Wait, hold on. I'm kind of team Slug. So
you've been team Slug,
but more than usual. So Slug is over here like, I got you. I got you. I got the amount of bags we got to get. I got everything. I got shovels in the back of my car.
But he obviously, I mean, the fact that Allison saw them, he was like, well, now you're going to have to get rid of her. Now you're going to have to do something because we're not going down for this shit.
Yeah. You and me, we're ride or die.
Oh, my God.
But then, like, the next school day, Daisy's crying, and I don't want to be mean, like she always does.
Daisy is an emotional girl, okay?
Dude, she cries over fucking
She's a high schooler.
Oh, I was so fucking over Daisy.
I'd be crying too.
I mean, yeah, but she was like, Baba, Tama, my best friend Allison.
You remember Allison?
You remember her? Remember when you guys would say like, fuck you? And it was like funny and shit. She's gone. And fuck, they're like suspecting people and whatever. And then throughout the school day, Tom gets called into the police. Well, a police officer, which is Daisy's dad, is going to interview him.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, we wanted to ask you about Allison. And he was like, what about her? Rest in peace. It's like,
he kept referring to her as like past tense. Like,
he was so, dude,
she
he's so
was
bad. So bad. Fucking still bloody hands. Fuck. I forgot. Yeah. I was holding hands with Slug. I totally forgot.
But immediately Tom's thinking to himself, oh fuck, Slug did it. Slug, why would he do that?
Yeah. And then he meets up with Slug mid cricket and it's like, Slug, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, Allison's gone. Winks at him. Wonder what happened. Dude,
that we'll never know.
I was me traicionó Slug because I was so heartbroken.
You betrayed me.
Yes.
But I thought it was so I don't know, because then the chief of police doesn't want Tom anywhere near his precious daughter Daisy.
Yeah.
So now he's not allowed to walk her home. Now he's not allowed to text her, call her, whatever. So one day he sneaks into her room And it's like, Daisy, I really need to talk to you. I need us to discuss things. Can you meet me at like Dairy Queen, Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen?
The most romantic place. It was Dairy Queen,
of course,
and not even inside the parking lot,
of course, because I think there's a lake like right outside it. That is very romantic. What are you talking about? So they make plans that they're gonna meet like
at 1 a.m.
At like 1 a.m. or something. But as he turns around, Slug's right there.
Okay, you know what? Slug is kind of obsessed with him.
I told
Why are you following me?
I told you. That's why I was like thinking.
I got a taste of the monster. Now I can't go back.
It's inside of me.
Slug is like, what are you doing? We can't trust Daisy.
Daisy knows. Daisy's aware. Oh, because he overheard that Daisy told him that Allison called her that night. Mm-hmm. Fuck. What were you thinking at this point?
I was like, fuck, Slug's gonna kill her. And because I love Slug, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, fuck, I don't want anyone else to die. Because they just keep like digging themselves deeper into a hole.
It's so funny because I did. It's not that I didn't like Slug. I was worried for Daisy. I was like, Daisy, please. Don't be a dumb bitch.
Were you Team Daisy?
What do you mean?
Like, were you like, this girl can do no wrong?
I'm always on the girl's side.
I love that for you. I'm always on the people who eat bugs side.
It's very rare for me to be on the guy's side.
Okay.
Let me just say that right now.
I respect that.
Even in Sydney's perspective, I was Team Sydney. I was like, fuck that doctor. Not literally. Don't talk to this doctor.
Okay. I respect that. So...
Girl, I was starting to suspect her ex-boyfriend too.
Can I say, if this were a movie, Freida, take notes right now, I would not want to see a teenager, Tom, be like, fuck, I think my girlfriend's gonna die. Watch him run while he has access to a fucking car. Watch him run.
He's not bright.
Can you imagine you're just driving home from your late shift and you see a fucking teenager running to Dairy Queen and I'm like, damn, mood.
It's like, you know what? Sometimes it hits you at the worst times. The fucking cravings.
I know.
So let's say the scene, but let's not spoil it.
Okay.
Because I think this would be a good spot for us to go to Sydney.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So my boy Tom, he's running because he's like, fuck, I think Slug's gonna kill my girl Daisy and I love them both. What do I do?
I do love that he fucking ran to her house first.
Yeah.
Oh my God, because he was like, oh my God.
How fast do you think this bitch was running? I know it's an emotional thing. How fast do you think this bitch was running? Because if this man was running like that Spider-Man meme where it looks like he's running in slow motion.
Oh my God.
And it's funny because in his mind, he's sprinting. It talks about how he's like, his shirt is clinging because of his sweat. And I'm like, damn, this bitch is going through it.
Yeah.
Was that like a 2 mile? Like, fuck, I'm not going to make it.
And he wasted like 15 minutes because he stopped at Daisy's house first.
If I had been him and I did around the block, I'd be like, sorry, Daisy.
I think I would be winded in 5 minutes. I'd be like, Daisy, I do really care about you, but...
I go down my stairs and I'm like... If the down part was hard, the up part's going to be worse. So yeah. I would have just left her.
Oh my God, you're a horrible girlfriend. No, I would have saved Daisy.
You would have?
But I would have sprinted to Dairy Queen, not her house.
Of course, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. He's so dumb.
Because if I made it there before her, I could get myself ice cream and not save her life.
I could have 2 ice creams, one for her, one for me.
No, 3. One for Slug. I don't like when my babes fight. Here's this one extra large Dairy Queen milkshake with 3 straws, everyone.
Aw, that's actually really romantic.
Wait, and they all end up together? Wait, hold on.
Frida, can you do a spinoff maybe?
I know, Frida, thank you for hiring us for making this movie.
Dude, she would not hire us.
No, she's like, these girls are spitting out trash. But you don't get it. Slug really got me. But okay, sorry, we're not even talking.
We are talking.
We're not adding substance. We just keep talking about bugs.
God, have you seen The Substance? So fucking good.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
So with barely a breath to catch, Tom is there.
Makes it to the lake.
Panting up a storm, and he's like, fuck, that's Daisy's car and that's my boy Slug's car. But they're not in there. Mm-hmm. Where the fuck are they? Mm-hmm. And do we pause there?
he sees a body in the lake and a body standing next to the lake. Let's pause right there and go to Sydney's perspective because
back to the beginning of the book.
Exactly. I love Sydney's perspective.
Okay.
What I love is how it starts because Sydney's putting herself out there. She's 34 years young and she really wants to find her Prince Charming, the man of her life, her dreams, whatever. Yeah. And it doesn't help that her mom will literally call her and be like, "Oh my God, my friend's daughter who's 38 years old just had a baby," which means you could have a baby at 38 years old.
I fucking hate that shit.
Me too, but that is a thing that happens. So
I know.
So then she is going on this date with this guy that she matched with on Cinch.
Yeah.
It's basically their dating app. And I love that when she's sitting there waiting, she sees this ugly ass man walk in. She's just like, no fucking way. Looks at the fucking profile pic. Looks at him. No fucking way.
That's not Kevin. That can't be my Kevin.
Fucking Kevin. But what I love was that Kevin goes up to her and he's like, "Oh my God, you look just like your profile pic. Aww. So cute."
Like he was expecting it back.
Yeah, like he was expecting her to be like, "Oh my God, you too."
Bitch, no words, no comment. And so he sits down and he's like, "Can I just say, you look like the perfect woman.
Like if I close my eyes, you're exactly what I'm picturing, except those flabby ass arms." Oh my God.
I would have walked away.
Me too. I don't know.
I would have been like, bitch, goodbye.
I think she was in too much in shock.
Yeah.
But then they order a drink and she orders Diet Coke. And he's like,
"Get a real drink. Get a real drink, lady."
Diet Coke? Really?
I'm sorry.
Even a diet one? Ugh.
First of all, I kind of agree with
No. No.
Could have been at least Diet Pepsi. But
Ew.
I mean...
Just kidding.
Oh my God. No, but then it gets worse.
I get Pepsi Zero. Or Coke Zero.
Okay, I get it.
Coke Zero is so good.
But then it gets worse because...
Con hielo? Oh my God. With ice.
Okay, fantasizing about drinks. Then it gets worse because I think his mom FaceTime calls him.
Oh my God, dude. Yes. She FaceTimes him and he's like, "Look at my date." And she had to say hi to the mom. That is so embarrassing.
Yep. And she's like, I'm going to text my friend Gretchen. Hopefully she gets me out of this one.
Well, she's been waiting on Gretchen this entire time because she sent her an SOS way before. Mm-hmm. But she's thinking to herself, fuck, Gretchen's probably with Randy, her boyfriend. And so, fuck, why isn't she texting me back?
Mm-hmm.
So then she decides to go to the bathroom.
And
she's like, if there's a fucking window in there, I'm crawling out of that bitch.
No window.
Damn.
No window, but on their way out, first of all, on their way out, she had only bought a salad and her Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. And he, instead of taking that into account, split the check straight down the middle. Mm-hmm. So she owed $38.
He was like, "Your half is $38, by the way."
And I fucking hate it because when they walk out and he's like, "Oh, maybe we can do this on our second date. And our third date, we can do this. And our fourth date, we can do that." And he's up to like date 7. Mm-hmm. And she's just kind of like, hold that thought and never talk about it again.
She's been trying to get rid of him though, because he insisted that he walk her home because it's Manhattan, it's dangerous out here. Mm-hmm. Somebody could kill you, Sydney. Okay, I'm looking out for you. Oh my God, Sydney, it just hit me.
But while they're walking, and she's just like, "I don't think there's going to be another one. Thank you though. No, thank you."
But no. He's being very handsy, like he's trying to touch her, hug her. Overstep boundaries.
I also hated that line where he was just like, "Give me a chance. I mean, I treated you to dinner."
Oh,
treated? I paid $40 for a Diet Coke. Hello?
And it wasn't even that good.
I'm in financial ruin because of you.
Dude, that...
Yeah, but then he gets very forceful and she gets scared. But in swoops in a hero.
A hero.
Think about the most handsome man you can think of right now.
Times 10.
Times 10.
Okay.
That's who swoops in. Let go of her. He
doesn't say that.
That's my girl.
I don't remember what he says, but he says,
excuse me?
No, definitely not excuse me.
Excuse me?
Definitely not excuse me.
Get your dirty paws off of her, bitch.
Definitely not.
And
my guess would be step the fuck away from her, but it's not. I know it isn't. His was very tame. That's all I remember. But
he's like, I'll call the cops. I clearly see what's going on. And you know what? Sexual predators, they don't make it that far in this life. And
Sydney doesn't want to do that. So Mystery Man is like, well, just so you know, Kevin, if she ever wants to, if she ever needs a witness, I'll be there.
Yeah. Kevin. Okay. Spits on him. And so then Kevin walks away.
No. Sydney kicks him.
Oh, yeah.
Where it hurts. And then he limps away.
And during this altercation, I don't remember how, but Sydney had got a cut on her head. And you know that scene in Twilight where Edward smells Bella for the first time?
And he's like almost throwing up? Yeah.
So fucking the blood glistens, goes down her face. And all of a sudden.
No.
Let me sprinkle it in. Mr. Hero over here is like.
No. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I will say that.
Sprinkle this in.
So she's bleeding and she's over here like, fuck, I know I just went on a date and that was probably the scariest shit that ever happened to me. But will this guy marry me?
But like, we would have such cute ass children.
And this guy's just like, hey.
You good?
It's just you want to touch her.
You good or
fucking okay?
Clean this shit up.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved fucking up Kevin, but I don't fucking know you. So have a good day. Have a good life. Bye. And
but then, as he's walking away, she's like, "Thank you for saving me," and he's just kind of like, "You're welcome."
Okay.
You're welcome. She's seeing sparks. She describes it as like a fucking lightning bolt of emotions.
Okay.
And he doesn't seem to fucking care. So.
And she gets like this obsessive, like, there was a misconnection there. How do I find him again?
So when she's heading back to her apartment, she sees one of her best friends, Bonnie, and Bonnie is just like giggling, looking at her phone. And Bonnie tells her, well, there's this guy that I've been talking to on and off for like the past year, and he's a doctor. And, I think that we're ready to take it to the next level. But Sydney described Bonnie as someone who dates around. Like, she's dated every single man in Manhattan.
Slay.
I love that. Slay Bonnie. But
they did.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. That's really
to speed the process up.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
So let me do a little background. Our main character, Sydney, has her best friend, Bonnie, who is dating that doctor that's about to get serious.
That they don't know anything about him, but yes.
And then they have the friend, Gretchen, who is dating this dude named Randy that everyone fucking hates because he's kind of creepy.
Yes.
Mostly Bonnie hates him. But these three best friends, they...
Also, Bonnie... Didn't she make like an offhand comment about Gretchen, though? To Sydney, because Gretchen has like an art museum or an art exhibit or something, and she has like an art exhibit or something, and Bonnie was kind of like, oh, do we really have to go again?
Yeah.
So a little bit of tension between the friend group.
Yeah, there is. But you know what? Three best friends, slay. So there is one day where Bonnie's like, hey, Sydney, so Randy, because he also works at our apartment complex, he needs to fix my toilet. And I don't want to be alone with him. So if you can please just like be there at my apartment at 9 a.m., that would be great. And Sydney's like, okay. Not a minute too soon, not a minute too late. So Sydney shows up and
she's knocking on the door. There's no answer. She calls, no answer. And then Randy shows up and she's just kind of like, can you open the door, please? Because I think it's really weird that she told me to be here at this time and she's not answering the door.
And at first Randy was like, no, I can't do that. I know it makes her uncomfortable. But then because they really needed to get this done, he does open it. But when they go in, Sydney notices that there is a trail of blood from the kitchen to the bedroom.
While Randy was fixing the toilet, he didn't notice.
And when she opens the door to the bedroom, she sees Bonnie.
Yeah.
Who was unalived.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about Sydney used to have a relationship that was very serious.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really come up until this point. Yeah.
Right? Oh, you're right. So when all of this is going on, Sydney is like waiting as the police are like figuring things out. And the main, is he a detective?
Yeah, he's a detective.
The main detective walks in and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's my fucking ex.
There's that stupid hot bitch. So that
who was married to his fucking job. Oh, look at you. You're still married to your fucking job. No ring on your finger.
I imagine Jake. I don't know how you felt about him. Did you not like him?
I didn't know how to feel about him either. For a minute there, I was also suspecting him.
I just thought he was a dumb bitch. Like, I didn't think anything of him. I just thought he was like hot and dumb. So he's over here like, oh, it's kind of hot, and fucking there's water all over him. What's up, Sid?
Hey, girl, you still single?
I thought it was funny where she was just kind of like, yeah, you know, Bonnie, she would do anything for me. She even defended me from this person that I went on a date with. And he's like, dated? I mean, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care.
Do you care? I just care. I know. I don't fucking care. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing.
But did you like it though? Did you have fun?
Did he make you smile like I did? I mean, shut up.
We didn't even bring up the fact that Kevin was like stalking Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Stumbles upon her, or she stumbles upon him, and Bonnie was with her. And when Bonnie realized that this was Kevin, the one that fucking didn't even pay for the date, she was like, if you mess with my best friend, bitch.
You know what I think is funny though?
What?
The fact that anytime Kevin would see Sydney, he'd always be like, the one that got away. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You're disgusting.
He was so obsessed with her. But red herring. Well, yeah. Herring.
So Jake is like, fuck Sid. There's some serious stuff. You know, I saw this address and I was like, I remember my past girl Sid. She used to I used to send things to this address. So that's why I'm here.
Didn't they live there together?
That's where she moved. That specific home. That's where she moved after they broke up. So they were living somewhere else.
Oh, here I thought they were living there. And then he just left.
No, they were living together, and then she had to automatically get like a shoebox apartment.
Sad.
But he's like, I'm gonna figure out who did this to her. At this point, she also figures out from police that are talking nearby that Bonnie was tortured before she died. And later, Jake tells her that a tuft of her hair is missing from a very specific spot, and that this was no accident. Like it seems like a serial killer is because doing this.
He's trying to warn her because he knows that she's going on these dates.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, just so you know, we've seen something like this before. 18 months ago, we found a body similarly to the way that Bonnie was left. Yeah. So just be careful. Hey, don't date. Maybe don't date.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, maybe we should talk about you not dating over dinner, maybe? I don't know. It's stupid.
But maybe not, because I am married to my job, so.
Yeah. You say no ring on this finger. That's my 401k. I love Jake.
You would.
I love Jake from the beginning, dude. But I will say.
You love the dumb ones.
Yeah, something about them not knowing shit. Give me someone who's going to get lost the minute they step outside.
Okay.
Love that shit.
Okay.
Because that's me.
That's literally me, though. So.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, I'm going to speed forward. So Sydney gets really depressed because she's like, fuck, Bonnie had so much life ahead of her, and now, like, she died early. She would have done anything for me, but I feel like I'm doing nothing for her. They go to Bonnie's funeral.
She's kind of comparing herself to Bonnie's situation where she doesn't want to end up being killed. Yeah. And then she doesn't want, I don't know, especially to be gone so young. So she's kind of panicking over it.
And at Bonnie's funeral, fucking Kevin goes.
Well.
You know what I hated, though? That when she saw Kevin, she didn't immediately go tell Jake.
Yeah.
She was just kind of like, oh, fuck, I guess I could wait.
Well, it was a moment where she wasn't even sure if it was Kevin. She said it looked like Kevin.
I still would have said something.
But he was sitting all the way in the back. Yeah.
But all of this shit is going on. She's not dating, but, you know, she's getting kind of what's the word? Antsy? She's like, man, I just need the loving.
No. I love the way that this chapter ends, though, because I think it was the funeral scene where she was like, fuck, I'm just going to stay away from dating apps. Next chapter, 2 months later, got him in the fucking best date ever right now, bitch. I'm having such a good time.
And you know what? Honestly, this could have been the one.
It could have been.
Had he
not been a little bitch.
Fucking, she's having the worst nosebleed of her life, and he faints, and she's like, fucking get up. It's not that bad, bitch.
So I forgot what she has, but she refers to herself as a bleeder. Mm-hmm. So anytime she bleeds a lot.
Yes. So she's over here fucking having the worst nosebleed. Her date is passed out. And all of a sudden you hear the rustle of trees. and her hero from chapter 2 swings in and is like, nothing's happening to her, but still covers her. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
No, actually, he doesn't do that.
No, he immediately goes down.
Focuses on Travis, the date.
Yes. And is like, hey, you okay?
Sir, are you okay?
Sir, slaps him. I'm going to check if you're okay. Like, gives himself a little cut. Look at that. Fucking messing with him. But Travis just isn't good with blood.
I thought it was so fucking funny that he thought Travis was such a little bitch because he was like, oh, you fainted because of blood? And then he looks at Sydney and rolls his eyes.
Oh my God.
So fucking funny.
As soon as Travis leaves, Sydney and the mystery man are just kind of there, and he's just like, that's who you were dating? Really?
It's probably for the best that it didn't work out, though, because imagine if you guys had kids and they like fell or they like scraped their knee or something. Mm-hmm. He would be no help. And
Bitch,
he's right.
And then he just goes like, this is kind of crazy of me to ask, but do you want to go to dinner with me today?
Oh my God. Yes.
I've been waiting.
No, she really has been waiting.
Yeah. So she has blood all over her shirt. And he's like,
her bloody nose.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what? Let's go next door to that like touristy shop. Let me buy you a shirt. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Your purse is too small. Let me put your shirt in my pocket because my pocket's really big. And
the pocket in his coat.
Yes. Yeah. And let's go on a fucking date. And they go out to eat
at an Indian restaurant.
And it's wonderful.
It is wonderful. They're really connecting.
Flying.
He introduces himself as Tom Brown. Dude, when he said Tom Brown, I was like, you mean Thomas Brewer? You fucking bitch. He was trying to gaslight us. How did you feel about that?
I thought it was Tom the whole time. So
yeah,
I was over here like, fuck this.
But you
man.
Noticed the
last name.
Yes.
Okay. So he started saying that he worked at NYU, that he wasn't a surgeon, which was shocking because I thought he would be. Mm-hmm. But then he said he worked with dead bodies. And I was like, oh, bitch be getting tricks. So he's over here like, yeah. And, you know, I've never met anyone.
Period.
I've never met a girl as beautiful as you and as perfect as you. And she's like, yeah, I know.
Well, she mentions to him, well, why didn't you ask me out the last time we saw each other? And he was like, well, I just thought that would be such an asshole move. You had just gotten through a really bad date. And also I was on the tail end of a relationship myself.
Yeah.
That bitch. You mean Bonnie? My girl Bonnie?
May she rest in peace.
She rests in peace, yeah.
So they start dating, and this is when Sydney starts to notice a few things.
Well, it's not right away.
No, it
took her a minute. So
one of the first things that she notices is that Tom doesn't want to meet any of her friends. Mm-hmm. Is like, I never want anyone to know my face. Mm-hmm. It's only for you, babe.
Definitely weird.
There was also a situation where they were sitting together.
They were at dinner.
And she was like, oh, here, let me text you something.
No, before that, they went to have dinner together. And this lady comes in and she's like, oh my God, Dr. Brewer. Oh my God, Dr. Brewer. Remember me? I was your patient.
Who the fuck is this lady? Am I right?
But it wasn't like, no, he
no, I know. He was super.
He was nice to her. And then whatever. After she left, it took Sydney a second, but she was like, Brewer? Isn't your last name Brown? And he was like, no, I told you it's Brewer.
And then he went to the restroom. She Googled him and found that he wasn't even working at NYU.
Yeah.
So she confronted him about it. And he was like, I didn't say that.
No, I worked at NYU.
You need to learn how to listen, babe.
You don't listen to me. Fuck. So he was like gaslighting her.
That makes me want you more.
I love it when a girl doesn't listen to me. Fuck. My weakness.
Oh my God. And then there was another moment where they were sitting together. And she sent him a text.
Well, because his mom was visiting.
Yes.
And she was kind of like, oh, do you want me to meet your mom? And he was like, meet my mom? We've only been dating for like 2 months. No. And he asked her, hey, where was that Indian restaurant that we went on our first date? I really want to take her there.
Yeah.
And so she tried texting it to him, but his phone didn't vibrate, and it had been vibrating before that.
Yeah.
And she was like, did you get it? I texted it to you. And he was like, yeah, I got it. Let me see. He was like, no, back, no.
You always want to go through my stuff, babe.
So he lied and was like, no, this is my work phone. But I'm sure I got it. You know what? My mom prefers Italian, so it's fine. Let's just drop this.
And then there was another thing.
But after this, he kind of convinced her that it was fine. And then she had a conversation with Gretchen, remember? And she told Gretchen, I just think that that's weird that he would have a work phone. Mm-hmm. And I'm not on the work phone. Like, that's weird. Yeah. And Gretchen tried to tell her, well, I mean, he's a pathologist. Like, maybe that's just a thing. Like, I remember they were eating like popcorn.
Yeah. And
Randy comes in with his fucking ant farm. How did you feel?
I thought this boy was Slug.
Me too.
I was like, this is Slug. Mm-hmm. Babe, it's weird. You just bought that ant farm and there's no ants in it. And he's like, yeah.
He spits it out.
So weird.
So fucking weird, huh?
Sorry, guys. He like puts them back. It's weird. It's just sand. Mm-hmm. No, I don't know, babe.
But then it was in this moment too when Gretchen fucked up and said something about, because her museum exhibit thing was going to be ending soon. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh yeah, because I was working on it all night, that the last night that Bonnie was alive.
It's like, wait, didn't you say you were with Randy?
Yeah, because Randy used you as his alibi. So what's the truth?
And I think at this point, Gretchen goes like, I didn't want to say anything, but he has criminal record.
Yeah.
So like, if I say something, they might get him.
It might get him, and that's my babe.
That's my babe.
I'm gonna marry him.
My babe can't go to the slammer. It's just me and the ants. Or no ants, actually. It's just me.
Me and the little fucking hill thing. Dude. But Gretchen was so like hysterical. Like she was like, please don't tell them anything. Like, he's all I have. And so Sydney decides not to tell Jake about that.
Yes.
So then afterwards, Sydney's back with her doctor boyfriend.
And they're at his house, right?
Yeah. And then don't you remember that they like fool around and she's like thinking to herself, I can never leave him. And then he goes to take a shower. And then all of a sudden.
Well, first of all, this bitch be humming Mozart.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Red flag.
You're right.
Damn, these bitch be hitting them crescendos? That's fucking crazy.
But then she drops her phone.
Yes.
And when she picks it up, she drops it between a drawer and the bed.
Yes.
So when she picks it up, she sees a black scrunchie.
And she's like, weird. No one really wears scrunchies anymore except my late friend Bonnie. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. And so something in her gut is like, I'm going to try calling Tom. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to try calling Tom. And she does. And she hears not a vibration from the phone that's on the table, but from like a cajon, from a drawer. Mm-hmm. And when she goes in there, she sees a burner phone. Mm-hmm. And the only person on that phone that phone can text is Sydney.
Yeah.
And they just have it saved as S. I would have walked out. I wouldn't have snooped. I would have been like, bye.
Well, she was taking pictures of... What was she taking pictures of? It was something, no?
No, she realized what was going on, and at this point she went to the kitchen to go get an empty water bottle he had drank.
Oh, because she wanted to get the fingerprints off of it. So she took the water bottle, put it in her purse, but she left her phone in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Tom comes out and is like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I was like, this girl's not coming out. I was so worried for my girl, Sydney.
Worried too, because he was like blocking the door at one point and was like, you want me to walk you down? Do you want me to get you an Uber? Do you want me to? And
he didn't want her to leave at all.
Yeah.
And she was lying like, oh, I just got my period and I just want to be alone in the bed. And he was like, I can sleep in the living room. It's fine.
Fucking suspecting your boyfriend's a murderer, and he says, babe,
you're on your period.
Hey, hold on. One more day.
He's like, wait, actually, I don't mind.
That's so nice of you. She ends up leaving.
Oh, dude, I was so relieved.
As soon as she gets out to the stairwell, she like sprints home, calls Jake, and is like, you have to fucking come over here right now. Jake's like, look through the window. I'm right there. I'm right there. I've been waiting. Mm-hmm. And he comes in with candles. Wait, no, wrong mood. Is that not what? No, stupid. It's stupid anyway. And she's like, I want you to fingerprint check this water bottle. Mm-hmm. And she didn't want to admit it at first, but she was like, the guy I've been dating, the man I've been making passionate love with, and he's like, gross. That man, I think he might be
the serial killer. Because she knew that whoever Bonnie was seeing also had a burner phone.
But Tom, because he works in that line of work that he does, he knows Jake. Right?
Yeah, because Jake mentions, I know Dr. Brewer. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I could never see him doing that.
Wait, we actually hung out the other day and he talked about his wonderful girlfriend.
He's like, that's you?
I gotta go. No, but he does the fingerprint check and it matches. Mm-hmm. And it also matches the other girl's place that was also killed. Mm-hmm. And they take Tom into questioning. Mm-hmm. And because he had an alibi for those nights,
they let him go.
And it's like, fuck, so you can't just like arrest him for like looking ugly or something? No, he was too hot.
For being weird. Yeah.
And
no, what are you talking about? Tom is very hot.
Yeah.
That's the
hottest man I've ever seen.
No one lets us forget that man is hot.
Right. And he is. And so fucking Sid is like, fuck. Okay, well, maybe I could just avoid him. Man be waiting outside of her apartment complex. Mm-hmm. And she's like, shit. And I like how he doesn't even beat around the bush. He's like, so you think I murdered someone, huh? Bites a cricket's head off.
No, he doesn't.
Sorry, I needed it for the edge.
He does not. He's not Slug. Don't confuse the people.
Okay. So he's like, you think I murdered someone, don't you? Well, I didn't.
Well, I didn't. You could have just asked me.
Yeah.
And I would have said no.
No, I didn't murder them. I'm not wait, well, fuck. I didn't. And then fucking Gretchen and Randy come down and they're literally, Tom and Sydney are in like the middle of breaking up. Like it's about to happen. Fucking Gretchen. Oh my gosh, this is him. Is this the hot one? Hi. Uh-huh. And Tom automatically like becomes pale. Yeah. And he's like, Sydney, I need to talk to you.
Please. I need to talk to you alone.
Sydney.
Away from these two bitches.
And she's like, no, I think we're done talking. No, I really, really need to talk. It's like, no, we're done talking.
And then Randy comes in and is like, she said she's done talking to you.
Yeah, man.
Back up.
Man shaped like a flagpole. She says she's done.
But there was a moment when Sydney notices that Tom and Randy were looking at each other a little funny. Mm-hmm. She was like, it looks like they know each other. That's so weird.
Weird. Pause. Let's go back in time. Back to the beginning.
No, not yet. Oh, not yet. Hold on. What? No, because then Sydney goes to Gretchen and Randy's place
and
to have dinner.
And I thought it was funny because, it's like, I don't want to intrude. I'm so sorry. It's just scary out there with men. You mind if I fuck up your casserole though? No. Don't get me a plate. Just get me a fork. Bitch be eating like
Randy?
nonstop. Yeah. Well, not just Randy. Also Sid. She had like 3 helpings of this
Well, it was good.
Bitch be fucking it up.
Yeah, and the wine. It was good.
Fucking. By the way, at this point, Randy proposes to Gretchen,
which we already had an inkling that was going to happen because Randy had told Sydney that he wanted to propose to
fucking
Gretchen.
Everyone's crying and Sydney's like, what? I can't hear you. Wait, Randy, are you going to finish that? Give me more of that casserole. And
I don't remember that.
No, she was eating casserole. Dude, she was eating casserole.
But while Gretchen and Randy are hugging each other, crying, tears of joy, even Sydney kind of wants to cry a little bit because she's super happy for her friend.
But then she's also like, the most significant relationship that I've had in a while just ended today too. And I don't want to ruin this moment. So she goes to the bathroom and like looks in the mirror, don't be a little bitch. And she's like trying to flush the toilet and it's not flushing. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a cynical moment of like, well, at least I know how to fucking fix toilets. Am I right? So she opens the lid of the toilet to fix the pipe or whatever. And she sees a Ziploc bag. Mm-hmm. And when she pulls it up, it's a bunch of hair that is braided together and has ribbons. And she's like, oh my God, Randy did kill her. Mm-hmm. And so at this point, she's like, I gotta get out of here, first of all. Mm-hmm. But she starts getting like a little sluggish.
Yeah.
But she's like, whatever.
When she goes back to the dining room, Randy passes out. But as he passes out, that's when Tom's outside knocking on the door like, please, Sydney, I need to talk to you right now.
Yes. Now can we pause?
No.
Okay. Because while Tom is knocking at the door, he's also going like, Daisy, you fucking better not. You better not, Daisy. Daisy, it's me. Listen to my voice, Daisy. Daisy, I can fix you. And then fucking Sydney, who's in the middle of almost passing out, is like, who the fuck is Daisy?
No, she remembered Daisy because he had told her that Daisy was his one true love.
But Daisy had also died a long time ago.
No, he just said she was gone.
Oh. No, he did say she died.
Really?
Yeah, because at this point it was like, I think Gretchen goes like, oh, you said I died?
Well, I'm alive, bitch.
So then it's like, what the fuck is going on? So I think by this point we knew, but I was over here like, fucking, that has to be Slug and Gretchen. I don't know who Gretchen is. So when that was revealed that it was Daisy and Slug was not Slug.
Mm-hmm. You mean Randy?
Yeah.
That Randy was Randy.
Why did he get an ant farm then?
Maybe Slug isn't that original. He's a boy.
You eat one bug and all of a sudden you think it's about you.
So then going back to the before with Tom's perspective.
Yeah.
Remember when he reached the lake and you see a body in the lake and then one body standing over it? Well, unfortunately for Cheli, because Slug was your favorite character, it was Slug's body that was in the lake.
Tom falls to his knees. No!
Not Slug!
It should have been me!
So
fucking all the flies just start flying in a circle around him. And it's like, fuck.
We love that bitch.
They carry him away. Daisy, what did you do? And it's like, no, you don't get it. He was coming right at me from like a distance and not really look at. He was coming right at me, and it's like, Daisy, wait, hold on.
No, but he believed her. He was like, oh fuck. Well, I mean,
Daisy
Slug
would never lie to me.
Daisy would never lie, but also Slug was being weird. Remember when he said that whole off comment of we need to get rid of her.
But then fucking two brain cells get to work, and Thomas is like, wait, Thomas. His name's not Thomas. Tom is like, wait, hold on. I remember Slug congratulated me when Allison died. Mm-hmm. I thought he was doing that because he was congratulating our friendship.
No.
Wait, hold on. But
he realized that Slug believed that it was Tom who got rid of Allison.
But if Slug didn't do it and Tom didn't do it.
Wait, hold on. Then he looks at Slug's phone and sees that Daisy had texted Slug to meet her at Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Mm-hmm. And then Tom looks at his phone, and Slug, after sending him 3,000 hearts, as they do, also wrote, well, alleged friends. They could have been more. So he's reading the text, and he's over here like, wait, he wanted to make things right with Daisy. He didn't want to hurt her. Yeah,
because he had texted Tom as well. But Tom didn't see it because he was running, sprinting for his life.
So then I know he's still sweating, by the way. He has not, this whole time he's been winded. And fucking Daisy's about to monologue and he's like, babe.
Hold on, let me catch my breath.
Hold on, he dunks his head in the fucking river.
Right next to Slug. That's fucked up.
No, Slug has been lifted away by the flies.
Oh, you're right.
So Daisy's like, you don't get it. I always thought you had potential. Allison would look at you and be like, dumb bitch. And I would look at you and be like, my dumb bitch. Mm-hmm. Because I knew you had potential. And then you started getting into this Brandy girl and you kissed her. And you know,
we all saw you kiss her.
We all did. I
was right next to Allison.
Okay, I was under the impression that he was being watched by several different angles. It's like, bitch, do you not know when people are watching you? This bitch just be doing things in the open. So, how'd you know about that?
Wait, who told you?
How'd you fucking know about that?
It's like you were making out with her in the fucking middle of the quad.
I thought it was kind of weird how she was like, you don't get it, babe. It's always been you. You're the one I want to lose my virginity to. And it's like, oh. Because the audiobook person says it just like that. When Tom just goes like, oh. The person just goes, oh. Okay. I mean,
suddenly I don't give a fuck about Slug.
Slug who?
I didn't care about him that
He's
much.
miles away now. So it's not funny. It's not funny. Slug's dead. It's a very serious moment. Daisy's like, it could be you and me, babe.
Yeah.
Slaying the haters. Just you and me.
Well, she doesn't say this in the before. She basically tells him that he should lie for her and tell her dad that Slug tried to hurt her and that he witnessed it.
Yes.
So that she could pin all of the killings on Slug.
And in Tom's mind, he's like, you know what? I do exactly that. And I do it because I love Daisy, but I'm not doing it to be with her because I know I deserve better.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's how the chapter ends. And I was like, bitch is about to have a fucking awakening moment. He's been listening to Beyonce every single day since then.
But
she's a strong, independent woman.
Let's finish up Tom's chapter. So basically, in the future, he does make another girlfriend, but he's still very eccentric. You know, he still thinks about blood, scalpels, whatever. And then all of a sudden, she goes missing. And he's like, well, I guess she wasn't the one. That sucks.
I hate when they just go. This is my 7th girlfriend that's just disappeared.
Yeah.
Weird.
And he had a moment of, damn, I really miss Daisy. I wonder how she's doing. And he wanted to text her through a burner phone. But I don't remember if he did text her.
No, he didn't. But then we go into another Tom chapter where he's already dating Sydney. Mm-hmm. And him and Sydney go to watch a gory movie and she hates it. And when she goes home, he's like, whatever, I'm just going to go home and watch the movie again to get that kick. Mm-hmm. And then he starts thinking like, I bet Daisy likes this movie. Yeah. If Daisy and I watched it together. And then he takes out his burner phone again and he's about to text her like, I still think about you. I miss you. You're my everything. I can't say that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Wake up, Tom. So go back to the present time.
Okay.
That ain't Slug. That's just Randy. Randy's passed out. I don't give a fuck about that man. He would need a bug.
Oh, but unfortunately, that's so funny that you don't give a fuck about that man because then Daisy, to, profess her love to Tom, because Tom's like, girl, aren't you engaged? She's like, no, I don't even give a fuck about him. Look. And she stabs Randy in the stomach. And Randy's dead. And then she's ready to stab Sydney as well. But Tom's like, no,
babe.
No more deaths. We've had enough deaths.
It ends here.
It ends with us.
Oh my God. Wait, Coho. She comes in.
No, they did literally have a moment like that. Like,
it ends with us.
Ends here and now.
I love you, babe.
But Sydney does not die.
Yeah. And then you hear the fucking sirens going off. Mm-hmm. You hear Jake. No, I'm just kidding. He's not there yet. But no, you hear the sirens going off and Daisy's like, Sydney, when did you call? I took your phone. Mm-hmm. And then Tom is like, wait, hold on. Tom's in the corner. She wasn't the one who called. It's like, babe. It's like, it ends here, babe. Mm-hmm. You can't do this anymore. And she's like, I don't even want this anymore. Let's leave this life and live together forever and only kill bitches when they deserve it. And he's like,
no.
She doesn't say that.
She doesn't say that. He tells her he doesn't want to kill anymore. And then she says, unless they deserve it. And he's like, well, you got me there. Unless they deserve it.
And it's funny because fucking Sydney's watching this. Fucking only one eye barely open. Fucking lid, just eye rolling back. Mm-hmm. And she's trying to stay awake. And she just watches her boyfriend run out with this girl. It's like, who I thought was Gretchen, but apparently she's Daisy. Mm-hmm. Finds her phone, changes her Facebook status from in a relationship to it's complicated, and then passes out.
Oh my God. I wish that happened. It didn't happen.
But she sees them run away. Mm-hmm. And then I think there's a time skip.
There's an epilogue.
So
where it's revealed to us that they were never found, but Sydney is kind of talking to Jake now, but Jake's been
really cute.
Jake's been kind of like making sure that she's safe.
Yeah, very bodyguard like.
Because they think that they're gonna come back for her, but I mean, no one's fucking here. Crickets around here, and so she tells him, "Hey, don't come by tonight. I don't need a bodyguard today." And he's like, "Well, can I come by at least for dinner?"
No. I like this part because he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do my job, take care of you. Is it okay if I bring burgers today?" And then she was like, I don't think I need someone to take care of me. And you hear the disappointment like, oh. No, that's fine. I mean, it's kind of weird when like you're not dating someone. You just hang out with them all the time. It's weird. I know, it's stupid. And she's like, no, you don't get it. I don't need a bodyguard, but I would still really like it.
Yeah.
If you came and brought burgers.
Yeah.
And he's like, hold on. Tries to mute himself, but doesn't. Yeah! She's mine!
Oh my god, that'd be
wait, did you hear that?
That would be really scary.
Oh, that was weird. My sister took my
That was actually my little brother who said that.
That was so weird. That was so...
Sorry about that, girl.
And she's like, everything's going well. I think it's going to work out with Jake. And she goes to get her mail, and she sees this letter that doesn't have a return address.
Yeah.
And in it
says...
There's a Ziploc baggie that falls out first. And it has hair. It's blonde hair. And she's like, fuck. And then there's a letter that falls out.
It just says, Sydney, Kevin won't be bothering you ever again. Tom.
And then she thinks back to like, I'm going to have my happy ever after with Jake. No, okay. She thinks about that. And then she's like, and Tom is going to have it with Daisy. Doesn't she think that?
No.
And then she thinks back to him saying like, sometimes people have to die if they do bad things.
She thinks, well, you're right. She thinks back to that moment of the conversation between Tom and Gretchen where it was like, nobody else dies, Daisy, even if they deserve it. Well, that's different, of course. And then she's thinking, apparently Tom thought Kevin deserved it. And now she's just like, oh, should I show this to Jake? There should be justice for his murder just like anyone else's, right?
But then she puts everything back in the envelope and she throws it away.
And then goes to prepare dinner.
The end. Can
I just say something?
Yes.
Okay, so when I was filming the Patreon version of this, where I gave spoilers, I made this fucking prediction that I was like, I don't think I'm right, but I'm just going to say it because I'm pretty sure I'm not right. Somehow I ended up being right, but not for who I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
My prediction was that this was going to be just like You, season 2, with Joe and Love.
Yes.
Where it's like, you think this guy is super obsessed with this girl, but then it turns out that she's just as obsessed with him. But in my head, when I said that, I was thinking about Sydney.
But then she was going to become.
Yeah, but then I was like, wait, but it did kind of end up being like that. So I took out that. I took out that prediction on my YouTube version.
Yeah.
But not on Patreon.
Love that shit.
I was like, oh my God. I guess it kind of did come true.
I kind of ate that shit up. Okay. Pros and cons.
Go.
Positives and negatives, I mean. Negative, not enough slug.
I knew you were going to say I fucking knew you were going to I was going to say, not enough slug eating. Did this bitch eat a slug?
His name was Slug. All he ate was bug.
Yeah. And flies.
How fucking dare he would never eat a fly. They carried him away.
You're right. He buried him and everything.
Yeah, he really was the Lord of the Flies.
Oh my God.
They carried this. It's just so funny to imagine. Just like this bitch dying and Tom. I feel like Tom just really went through it. He's losing bitches left and right.
Tom is the real victim here. I feel so bad for him. Well, he was the victim for like 90% of the book.
Yeah. It's funny because when it was revealed that he wasn't the killer and I thought he was, I was like, I never doubted you for a second,
oh my
babe.
God, me with Slug. I was like, you know what, Slug? You're kind of cool, actually. I don't mind.
I just wanted to hear about Randy's ant farm losing ants, too. I wish that was happening.
That would have been so fucking funny.
I just wanted that shit.
Because there was a moment when it was actually Slug when he took that shit seriously. The ants?
Yeah.
And the ant farms? He was like, don't
fucking
step
on an ant? I'll step on your ant. It's like, oh, Slug, calm the fuck down.
What did my aunt do?
Oh my God, Slug, wait, that's kind of...
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's funny because we're joking about like fucking Tom being like, wait, slug. But he's over here calling him a skinny ass flagpole bitch.
You're right.
I want him so much.
It was like in secret, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel so bad because I guess I didn't really realize how bad of a friend Tom was to Slug.
Tom wasn't a good person.
I know.
Just in general. Like,
but I mean, is that not Freida McFadden's characters?
You're right.
Thank you.
Do you think Freida, don't look.
Freida's not here.
Do you think Freida's plots are ever gonna get old? Because it feels like, yes, they're all vastly different, but they're all incredibly the same.
I don't think they're the same. I feel like her plot twists, for the most part, most of them have worked for me, except the teacher. There was that one plot twist that I did not understand. But for this book, I felt like the plot twist was good because she did a really good job with us focusing so much on Slug.
Yeah.
But Daisy is like, that's a first name, but that's also a nickname.
Yes.
So I thought it was like smart. And I did appreciate that there wasn't like a plot twist and then a plot twist and then another plot twist, you know?
Yeah, me too.
It was just really like one big one and then Sydney being okay with it.
I was kind of surprised Jake wasn't an asshole. I was waiting for a shoe to drop.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to see some shit go down, but I'm glad nothing did happen.
You wanted.
I'm glad nothing did happen. He was just a man in love with his work. I'm glad we're together, Sid. I'll see you in 6 months, maybe. Is that okay, babe?
Sorry, I have to work tonight. But he's still in love with his job.
No, but now he's like, because he even said, I got to learn how to take priority of the things I care about. So I'm going to do a 12-hour shift.
I love when you're in your guy character. It's just bangs.
When I have baby bangs, I'm not going to be able to do that. I love Jake. Jake and Slug.
I did like Jake when I realized that he wasn't a weirdo. Because I also expected him to do something off-putting, but he was fine.
It was fine. It just didn't work out, and now it is. How did you feel about Sydney's just need to date?
I get it. I get it.
At the end, I was kind of hoping that she wouldn't have ended up with Jake. Like, although I did really like him, I kind of wish she just had a moment like, I think I'm good with guys for like maybe a couple months, 2 weeks later.
Yeah. She's like, I'm back on Sidge, bitch.
A girl's just a girl.
I totally agree with you though, that I kind of wish she would have had a moment where she was like, you know what? Fuck these men. I need to be single. But I don't hate that she got back with Jake.
Yeah,
I think that because she was 35 and her mom was, you know, definitely not helping the pressures of, you know, getting older. Because she wanted to be a mother. She wants to have a whole family. So I'm pretty sure, you know, once you get to your mid-30s and you want to have a family, I'm sure there's, you know,
pressures.
This need of like, fuck, I got to just find somebody.
That's true.
So
that being said, final thoughts. I really, really enjoyed this book. I don't know. I think I have to sit with it a while longer, but I really, really like this. As spooky season is slowly coming to a close, we still have a few left.
Yeah.
This feels like a good last, a few in the end. I don't know what I would give this. I kind of want to give it a 5.
Me too. Oh my God. I was literally thinking about this last night that I can't stop thinking about this book. It's so good. And like I said, I really appreciate how she developed the plot twist. So I think I would give it a 5. I thought it was really good.
Freida did it again.
Damn. We'll see in the next one what we think.
Wow.
Are we just Freida stans?
I think so.
Does this make us biased?
I mean, she is my bias.
She is my bias.
To those listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. Please leave a rating of 5 stars. You can do it right now. It takes 2 seconds, and we would really, really, really appreciate it. I mean, the more love and support we get, the more bangers we let out.
The more that we're gonna yap.
Oh, thank you.
So, do you want us to yap?
They're like, no.
They're like, you've yapped enough. Actually, fuck, this is like an hour and a half.
If you also want to leave a recommendation for our next read, you can definitely do that. Mm-hmm. We are all full of October reads, and we're slowly starting our November reads list.
I'm so excited.
So I am really excited too. So please, if you could do that, I would appreciate it. If they want to support us and they have a little bit of extra money, what can they do?
So we do have a Patreon, and it mainly serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. I mean, I think we'll slowly be introducing some content on there. Slowly, though. But if you're interested, you can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we post every Tuesday and Thursday, along with some bonus Monday episodes every once in a while. Thank you. If you want to support us on social media, we do have a Goodreads, an Instagram, and a Threads at The Book Fix Pod, and a TikTok at The Book Fix. Thank you.
And Cheli is killing it on Threads, so check it out. She's funny.
You're also killing it on TikTok. Thank you.
Am I? Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like we say so many funny things. I feel bad because, we weren't keeping track of pulling clips from our episodes. Mm-hmm. And there are some old ones where I'm going to have to watch it again for some bangers.
Yeah.
But
you're really funny.
You're really funny.
I need to fucking scout them out.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny because when we get to a point where we're just like laughing, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck am I saying?
I know, literally. It's just, we're just laughing for too long and then we have to cut it.
Thank you. So why don't we go ahead and read a positive and negative review of this book. Which one do you want to read?
I think last time I did positive, so I'll do negative.
Okay, I'll do positive. I kind of want to read Jenna's.
Oh my god.
Jenna, where are you? This comes from Jenna Moquin, the author of Cemetery Spot, who gave it a 5 out of 5, and they wrote, I've read almost all of Freida McFadden's novels, and this one was one of her best. Her stories are always page-turners, and I devour them, but there was something different about this one, and I loved it. Maybe it's her fine-tuning her craft, and maybe it's just what happens as writers develop over time, but her writing in The Boyfriend had a quality that made me want to savor the story, take my time reading it instead of rushing to the end. I wanted to find out what happened, of course, and of course I was wrong, but I wasn't in a rush because I was just really enjoying being inside the book with the characters living their story. I love the Sex and the City vibe I got from Sydney and her friends and their dating escapades. Very Candice Bushnell-esque. By the way, Four Blondes is a fun book if you like vignettes. And not to brag, but I got to read an advance copy of her upcoming book, The Crash, and let's just say it's gonna blow you away.
Oh shit!
Damn, Jenna!
When does The Crash come out?
I haven't even heard that one.
Fuck, Freida's just fucking
Freida. I know.
Out.
Damn, Freida.
I was thinking, when did The Housemaid 3 come out? That was this year, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This comes from Angela. They gave it 1 out of 5 and they wrote, I struggle with thrillers so much because I usually find them so predictable. And this is another one that falls in that pile.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye. How do we get the crash? Asking for a friend.
Freida, it's us. I know.
Everyone else, please click off.
Freida, thank you, everyone. I want to see, how you can look at the algorithm and who's watching at what time. I want to see a dip right now. Freida, it's us.
It's just one person.
We've contacted you several times.
Oh my God.
Please, Freida, I feel like if we talk about the crash, not only will we not talk about it at all.
No, we'll talk about it a little bit.
But we won't, not all of it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. We'll eat that shit up. Thank you, Freida. If you please want to send us a book, please. I beg you. Was it Freida the one where we said we were going to make friendship bracelets and we were going to send her one?
Was that Freida or was that Jenna?
I think that was Freida. Okay. Well, Jenna can be part of it if she wants. I don't know. I feel like if we send it to Jenna, she's going to return to send her.
Jenna Moquin we're talking about.
Yeah, Jenna.
It's okay.
I know, it's okay. Okay, Freida. The clock starts now. The clock Clock's ticking.
Your move.